This may not have been exactly what Archimedes did, but this is one possible way to determine if the crown was made of pure gold. For example, suppose the crown had a mass of 2 kilograms. The density of gold is 19,300 kilogram per meter cubed. If the crown is then attached to a string and submerged in a container of water, we could calculate all of these things. So if we make the assumption that the crown is 100% gold, and then we get down here to the end and we predict the apparent weight when it's dipped in water, and that is the apparent weight, then we know it has to be pure gold. But if we assume it's pure gold and we do not get this apparent weight, then we know that other metal must have been mixed with the gold. So let's get into it. Part A says, what is the weight of the crown? So we can see here that the crown has a mass of 2, so the weight is going to be 2 times 9.8 or 19.6 newtons. Part B says, what is the expected volume of the crown? Well, we know the mass is 2, and we know the density of gold, so we could use the density equation to predict the volume of the crown. So density is mass over volume. That means that volume is going to end up being mass over density. I just cross-multiplied. And so 2 divided by 19,300, and I get this very small number for volume. That number is very small because our units, meters cubed, are so large. All right, the next one, part C, says, what is the buoyant force acting on the crown? So the buoyant force is going to be the density of the fluid, that's 1,000, times the volume of the crown, it's dipped in the water, times 9.8, and the buoyant force is 1.02 newtons. So lastly, it says, what is the expected apparent weight of the crown? Well, let's go over here and draw a free body diagram. So if we have the weight pushing down, 19.6, and we have an upward buoyant force of 1.02, then we would expect a buoyant force of 18.58 newtons. And if we then dipped the crown in water and we did get an apparent weight of 18.58 newtons, then we know that what happened in real life matches our calculations, which are based on pure gold, and therefore we can prove or feel fairly confident that the crown is made of pure gold.